Hello everyone, Drew Wilson of Your Era Gamer here. Today we'll be traveling to the year of 2021. This is when the PlayStation 5 game Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart was released. This is the latest installment to this franchise. I think there was actually word that there's another one in development. I don't know. I heard something about that anyway. Anyway, I've got 10 minutes on the clock. Let's see what this game is about. And I did manage to play the other Ratchet & Clank game, All for One. And I know some people said that they were disappointed with the game. It wasn't as good. Sorry, reader. I think some people are right. Because I tried that game and I wanted to like that game. I really did want to like that game. And it just wasn't happening. It was an okay game, but that was about it. So then I followed it up with the Ratchet & Clank for the PlayStation 4, and it was a much better game. It was a very, very good game. I would say it's a great game. Definitely was a step up to other games, so yeah, I decided to skip ahead a little bit and say, okay, do I want to play newer ones and check those out? And yeah, I think that was a good choice because I'll eventually get to the older ones. That is a lot of confetti. But yeah, I wanted to try and figure out, like, what game should I first play for the PlayStation 5? I mean, this is like the moment you've been waiting for. You wanted me to play these things, and hey, finally getting to it. There's the double jump. Wrench slam. Cool. And for those of you who are much more new to the channel, hold L2 and throw. L2. There we go. Confused R2 and L2. The other left. Smash out ammo crates. Yep, standard. That's not an ammo crate. I forgot that the PlayStation consoles have controllers that have their own speaker. I was wondering what that noise was. Oh well. I was never a real fan of the speaker and the controller. Doesn't make any sense to me. I guess that's what they wanted me to do. Why isn't it firing? Ah, I'm not pressing hard enough. I never took that into consideration at all. This controller has force feedback in the actual buttons. And there's a kind of like a secondary button. That's nothing new. Grinding on rails is nothing new. I like the use of balloons, though. Hold on to and yeah, magnet boots is nothing new. L1 to tether. That's nothing new. But it's an interesting way of refreshing players, that's for sure. Cool. One thing's for sure is that they're really moving the tutorial along pretty quickly. I know I saw something up there. There we go. This control is going to take some getting used to, much more than I was expecting. Fun fact with the earlier Ratchet and Clank games, like, you used to actually had to, you know, walk up and get to the bolts to collect them. And it was a power-up that allowed you to just automatically collect in the near vicinity. And in fact, I think some games had like extended range when it came to that, and now it's more standard than anything else. So you just walk near bolts and they just automatically collect like that. Leveling up of weapons, that's definitely been a long running thing. Basically become more powerful as a result of that. Well, the weapon becomes more powerful anyway. And leveling up is kind of a mandatory thing, more or less, if you want to have an easy time. I mean, in theory, you wouldn't have to level up, but man, it makes the game a lot harder if you couldn't level up any of them weapons. Ow. They definitely have plentiful ammunition already. Whew. I bet you those are low poly. That's the fun thing that developers do, is they put lower poly stuff in the distance, because as far as perception is concerned, you wouldn't tell the difference. It's actually a smart choice. Now I heard that the Dimensionator is a new feature. Or am I thinking of something else? Yeah, they have a lot of these cutscenes, and as a general rule, I like to at least watch them once. And the good news is that you can kind of skip them afterwards in subsequent playthroughs. A lot of Ratchet and Clank games have like an extra round where it's basically called a challenge mode. And for every enemy you defeat, you increase the multiplier. I guess depends on which multiple you're going for. But if you get hit, then you reset the multiplier. And the multiplier adds to your bolt count. And with the bolt count being significantly increased, you can afford like all the really expensive weapons in the game. I think they're called Omega variations, and they're way more powerful. And you can significantly level up those weapons as well. And unfortunately, that seems to be it for the game, or at least for the first impression. Interesting so far. I mean, I think the game itself, like at least in that first little bit, wasn't exactly anything new. But because this is my first time playing with the PlayStation 5 controller, I'm noticing a lot of new things with the controller. So it's a lot more tactile differences, like firing a weapon and suddenly feeling like little bumps on the R2 when I do that. That's new. I've never experienced that before. The little speaker I find more annoying than anything else. I'm a little disappointed that that's brought back, but it is what it is. I like to be able to respect everyone else in the household kind of thing and not have to have all these weird noises coming out of the room. Oh, whatever. I mean, someone thought it was a good idea, and maybe I'm just totally out of the popular opinion of the little speaker, but I don't know. Anyway, enough about me yammering on. I actually wanted to hear from you. So for those of you who have played this game, what are your thoughts on this particular game? Was this a really fun game? Was it a really good step up to the Ratchet and Clank from the PlayStation 4 game, and you really thought this was a great addition to the series? Or did you think maybe it's more of the same to you, and maybe you weren't exactly the most enthusiastic about this game? Like, any thoughts at all, let me know in the comments below. And for those of you who haven't played this game but played other Ratchet and Clank games, does this look like a pretty cool game that you might want to try checking out? Or maybe this is not necessarily your style of game, and maybe you've grown tired of all the Ratchet and Clank games? I don't know. Any thoughts at all on that front? Let me know in the comments below. Also, finally, for those of you who have never played a Ratchet and Clank game before, what are your thoughts on this one? Does this look like a kind of a fun game which has that cool hybrid action adventure third-person shooter plus the just the standard adventure platforming style gameplay? Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that one. Or maybe you have different thoughts. Maybe you thought, not really your style. Maybe you don't like the cartoony style or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on that one as well. But anyway, I guess that is all for now, and until next time, what is your era?